I'll tell you what I've been telling you since day one. The fight's gonna happen.
Fans are slamming Dana White over his latest statement.
I got something in the works right now. I'll drive you fuckers crazy. All you guys will be running around.
Many believe Topuria has no chance against Makhachev, but not everyone agrees. Jorge Masvidal, for example, is confident that Topuria would defeat Makhachev if they fought.
Man, he could win the belt, I'm telling you, and defend that belt.
Meanwhile, at UFC London, Paddy Pimblett and Topuria finally crossed paths, but surprisingly there was no drama. Instead, they kept things civil, exchanging polite greetings.
Take it on Kevin, the Trailblazer Holland.
On another note, Magomed Ankalaev's trash talk is getting more and more brutal. He's decided that he absolutely must start a war with Jon Jones. So without further ado, let's get to it. Fans are reminded of Dana White's recent promise of a big surprise in 2025.
In the works that you will never see coming for 2025, that literally started to come together last night.
Dana White made this statement over 3 months ago, and since then, he's continued to hype up something that will supposedly blow everyone's minds, but no one has any idea what that fight will be or what it even is. What's the big surprise? A super fight, a title fight no one knows. And it's starting to feel like a never-ending tease. Fans just want something concrete. If it were just Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall, it would be huge, but probably not shocking enough to justify Dana's cryptic build-up.
Do you have a cut-off point in your mind of when to get that done?
No, it's going to happen. It's done, but it's not done. Not done enough to sit right here now and announce it and give you a date, but the fight's going to happen.
The Combat Sports Matrixer took to X writing, "It has to happen if Jon doesn't want it. Strip him of the belt. He's held up the division long enough. The interim champ Aspinall has had to defend his interim belt. Jones versus Aspinall has to happen this summer, otherwise Aspinall should be promoted to the undisputed champ." Another fan wrote, "This guy talks so much nonsense, nobody cares about what you have to say anymore. Make Jon sign the damn contract and announce the fight already, if not. Then strip him of the belt. And let's see Aspinall fight again. It's getting tiring, repetitive, and boring." At this point, Lex Jurgen wrote, "I hate when he does this. He oversold UFC 300 with crazy ambiguous hype. The December before the event he does this often. It's not how to run a promotion. Teasing is fine, but not when you just let it disappear, or wait 5 months to say, see." But Andy Hickey wrote, "A lot of people suggest it's the boxing. He's been talking about a boxing league for years, whatever. Dana has planned. It's clear that 2025 will bring something unprecedented to the world of combat sports. Fans will have to wait and see what the UFC president has up his sleeve."
Can Dana be the one that fixes boxing, in your opinion? I think Dana can be the one to fix boxing. I think, one thing about Dana is he's got a genius to him, and his genius is his daring, and the fact that he's such a visionary on so many levels, and his ability to see what others can't see is what has brought the UFC to what it is. So if he says that he's going to do it, I believe he's going to do it because he's already showed the ability to do what he says he's going to do.
Dana has requested another 2 to 3 weeks to decide who Adesanya will fight next.
What's the plans for Ilia going forward in that division?
We're still working on that. We're working on the plan for him. We should have some announcements about him. Give us a couple more weeks, and we'll have some concrete plans for him.
Meanwhile, it's already clear that everyone is waiting to see how Belal Muhammad's title defense plays out, as it will determine whether Islam Makhachev stays at lightweight or moves up in weight. Would Makhachev's wrestling be too much, or could Topuria's power and striking make the difference? One thing is certain: it would be a fight. The whole MMA world would be watching. It's the kind of matchup that defines eras and creates legends. In this fight, the winner takes all, just like when Khabib faced Conor. That fight wasn't just about the belt. It was a real war. But Khabib didn't just win. He ascended to another level, becoming a national hero and an icon of the sport either way. A fight like this is what the sport needs, something historic, something unforgettable, so yes, I'm all for it.
Islam's gonna be obviously the toughest tester, but if I'm being honest with you, I'd bet the house on Ilia. That's just me though, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm a huge Islam fan. Islam is a fucking animal, fucking one of the very, very best. He's not number one pound for pound, he's number two, but I think Ilia is gonna show the whole world.
He's too dangerous on the feet, Ilia.
Yeah,
He's very dangerous.
and he hasn't had to show it yet, but his grappling offensively, it's very good. If like you shoot it on this guy's legs and you make a mistake and you're the one going for the takedown, he has a very good chance that he might put your ass to sleep.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it with high-level wrestlers, high-level guys that wrestled their whole fucking life, Olympians from different parts of the world that go there to his training camp when I've been there, and they make a mistake and they're fucking tapping, you know? So I know this guy can grapple very well. He'll be able to defend himself.
Oba.
Bueno, y si le tocan mucho los huevos,
The interaction between longtime rivals Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria at the UFC London weigh-in did not go unnoticed. As it turns out, Topuria and his brother Alexander were at the event to support their teammate Guram Kutateladze. During the event, Pimblett and Topuria finally crossed paths, but without any drama when Ilia Topuria met Paddy Pimblett's teammate Molly McCann. She declined his handshake, adding a bit of tension to the moment. However, Paddy himself took the initiative, extending his fist for a friendly greeting, while McCann's refusal hinted at potential animosity. Pimblett's gesture kept things civil for now. It's these little moments that keep fans guessing about what could happen next. Honestly, it would have been more entertaining if they'd had a heated exchange, but it's also refreshing to see mutual respect between fighters that said, it's unlikely we'll see them face off anytime soon. Pimblett still needs to win 2 to 3 more fights to even be in the conversation. The interaction between longtime rivals Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria at the UFC London weigh-in did not go unnoticed. As it turns out, Topuria and his brother Alexander were at the event to support their teammate Guram Kutateladze. During the event, Pimblett and Topuria finally crossed paths, but without any drama when Ilia Topuria met Paddy Pimblett's teammate Molly McCann. She declined his handshake, adding a bit of tension to the moment. However, Paddy himself took the initiative, extending his fist for a friendly greeting, while McCann's refusal hinted at potential animosity. Pimblett's gesture kept things civil for now. It's these little moments that keep fans guessing about what could happen next. Honestly, it would have been more entertaining if they'd had a heated exchange, but it's also refreshing to see mutual respect between fighters that said, it's unlikely we'll see them face off anytime soon. Pimblett still needs to win 2 to 3 more fights to even be in the conversation for a matchup against Topuria. For now, fans will have to settle for this brief civil interaction, but who knows what the future holds.
We are studying Coach Merab now, my friend. Yeah, you're gonna see what's coming now. We studying. I'm learning some tricks.
Be real. Do you feel like O'Malley deserves a rematch against Merab Dvalishvili? After getting 50-45, or would you rather give it to Sandhagen?
I'm gonna be honest. Personally, from the outside looking in, I would have given a fight to Sandhagen or Peter Yan. Either one of those guys, I would have given a fight to. But I don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Maybe there's something that the UFC knows that we didn't know.
So 100% no. It should be Sandhagen, but this is what I'm telling you, man. Sandhagen doesn't get the game, dude. And Sandhagen's a dangerous fight for anybody. Anybody 135 pounds. There's a bunch of fights at 135 pounds that are just bangers, dude. It's like 135, dude, is the hottest weight division, dude. The most competitive weight division in all of the UFC, in my opinion.